Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Breaking news. Hello, everyone, wherever you are. We're saying hello to you today and we're saying, how are you? How you doing? Thanks for always supporting us. We appreciate you and we want to a big thank you for always being there, for always supporting us. Thank you very much. The news today is a probe into the House of Representatives regarding the allegations of the 10 million US dollars that the House of Rep member was said to have been bribed with, that is making them wanting to pass a bill by fire by force. Anyway, my people, let's get to the news and get all the details in full. Probe into 10 million bribery allegation against reps begins today. The special committee probing the 10 million US dollars bribery allegation against members of the House of Representatives to pass the controversial infectious disease bill has commenced its sitting. The controversial bill was sponsored by the Speaker and two other lawmakers. Some of the parties invited by the committee chairman by Honorable Henry includes the Conference of Nigerian Political Party CNPP and other stakeholders. The House holds on Tuesday 5th May 2020 to resolve the probe and promoters of the alleged $10 million UA bribery allegation in sponsors and in response to the motion reasoned by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Idris. In his remark, Chairman of the Special Committee, Honorable Henry, disclosed that the House leadership has submitted its position on camera, adding that the bad eggs among the membership of the House will not be protected. He further noted that the allegation was very clear. The source was very clear, adding that the investigative hearing does not foreclose the legal action proceeded by the House. Following the public outcry and series of criticism trailing the provision of the proposed legislation, the House, via a resolution passed on Tuesday, 5th May, resolved to have a committee look into the bill. To this end, the House resolved to conduct a public hearing with a view to enable members of the public make an impact in the bill. Speaking at the last Tuesday penalty, Honorable Abubakar, who sponsored a motion titled Recession of the Resolution of the House on Quarantine Act enchanted by the Bill 2020, pursued an Ordeal 9 ruling Section 1 of the Standard Order of the House of Representatives. In his led debate, Honorable Abubakar noted that on Tuesday, 28 April 2020, a bill for an act to repeal the Quarantine Act, Question 2, Lawyers of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, and enhance the control of infectious disease bill, make provision relating to quarantine and making regulation for provision and introduction into the spread in Nigeria for dangerous infectious disease and related matters was read a second time with reference to the committee as a whole. According to him, the House realized the need to enable members of the public and relevant stakeholders to make contribution to the bill. To this end, the House resolved to recline in its initial refrain on the Quarantine Act, repeal an Enchantment Bill 2020, and reframe such committee on healthcare system, health institution and justice and further investigative action. To get thousands of free Nigerians to be able to make their statement and their place comments in the bill wanting to be passed by Femi Gbajabiamile. Well, guys, you have heard it. The probe into this bill has started. you can get, we will keep you informed as the meeting commences. As we're speaking now, the meeting for the probe into it has started. Remember that we have the Speaker of the House, and the Deputy Speaker of the House was the one who raised the motion that the House is being, Speaker of the House, Femi Gbajabiamile, has been bribed with 10 million US dollars to pass a bill contrary to Nigerians' legislative law. And this bill was that is compulsory. They must just go ahead and vaccinate all Nigerians against infectious disease. The question is, what disease are you talking about? Is it disease like HIV that does not have a cure, or which disease? Or is it the coronavirus that there is no cure yet? Or which disease are you talking about? It goes to show that it said a US has bribed the person of Bill Gates bribed Gbajabiamile to make sure that this bill is passed on in Nigeria. He collected this money, and without telling anybody, he wanted to go ahead straight away and begin to implement the bill. He just went ahead with no hearing, with no proper procedures in place. Gbajabiamile wanted to go ahead and just pass the bill. But guess what? Nigerians, don't forget the person of Dino Maleye. He also raised, and in fact has sued the House to court, saying that before any act is passed into a law and Nigerians must adhere to it, there must be a public hearing. The House must listen, everyone must listen, and there must be stakeholders that will be able to say yes or no, or this is right or this is yes. Everybody will have their contribution, especially the House members. Anyway, Femi and two other House members were the ones who wanted to pass this law, at all costs. Why? Nobody really knows. He wanted to, make sure that this law is passed on at all costs, and he has, everybody started saying he has his own motive. And guess what? The source for which the bribery came in was later investigated, and that's why he's been proved. Now they are saying that if the investigation into that bribe has started, that if eventually it is found out that there was actually a bribe, and Femi Gbajabiamile was bribed and the other two House representative members, they will also be probed and they will be dealt with according to the law. Nigerians, this is what your lawmakers are doing. These are people that we elected in as lawmakers from different constituency to be able to pick, to be able to decide for Nigerians. Everybody cannot be there to speak. So from every constituency, these are people that sit, and for every sitting, Nigeria pays them. The country as a whole pays them for every single sitting. So that's why I'm always wondering when somebody will come with a bill, for instance, to say they should, repentant Boko Haram should be given pardon, they should send them they should send them abroad for education, when very intelligent IQ Nigerian children cannot even afford to go to school or get a proper education. Anyway, this is what is happening in the country. Daylight robbery into Nigerians, and not giving the opportunity to be able to make live life properly, yet they do their own thing. And that's what Femi Gbajabiamile and other House representative members now will be probed, and this all will be looking to and found out who actually called for this bill, and actually is there really a 10 million naira bribe that came up. So these are some of the issues that will be discussed there. And right now the probe into that 10 million naira allegation has started. By the way, very recently, the courts passed an injunction saying they should not continue with that bill until further proceedings and everything. But guess what? Femi Gbajabiamile and the rest of them want to carry on without even, without the House giving a hearing on it, without anybody. They just want to pass it at all costs. Dino also sued them to court, and the law has told them to hold on, but they want to go ahead. Anyway, as we're speaking today, probe into that investigation has started, and Femi Gbajabiamile and the other two House of Representative members that we are part of him will be answerable to Nigerians. And by the time the investigation is over, I hope that people will not be bribed, and they'll be able to speak, especially members of the committee. They'll be able to speak accordingly and be able to air their view and be able to say to Nigerians, this is exactly what is going on. Nigerians, this is the matter going on right now. I want to say, please, Don't forget, whatever medium or means you can use to reach out to Nigerians, especially in a time like this when our right wants to be infringed on because they are House of Representative members that we as a nation from different local government, different area and different constituency, elected into power. They are the ones now that want to bring about rules and laws that will, infringe into Nigerians and, make Nigeria a hard place, So Nigerians, now the matter where they happen be this: the probe into that 10 million naira allegation, 10 million US dollars has begun today. What is your take on this matter? Don't forget to thumbs up for us, like and share. You click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Don't forget to stay safe and bye for now.